All right, so Kara, we've both heard of it, Bitcoin.
Yes, I kind of wish I had some.
Me too. I wish I had
we'd
just
be really, really
$100
rich. All right, but it still is confusing. And what does it really mean? And our next guest can help us figure it all out. And that is John Korber. He is the Senior Vice President of Technology at Nutmeg State Financial Credit Union. Hi, John. We keep hearing that Bitcoin in the headlines. Yeah. Thank you for being with us. I mean, what is all the commotion about for the average person?
Sure. So the average commotion is really that it's going up in investment value, a remarkable amount. Scott, you said $100. If you'd bought $100 of Bitcoin in 2010, that $100 would be worth about $50 million today.
Why didn't we do that?
Is it too late to get in on the project here?
It is not too late. But really what's powerful about Bitcoin and other digital currencies is not that investment return. There really is a growing group of people who believe that digital currencies are the future of money, actually a different way for money to work, which sounds really complicated, but actually removes some of the complication in today's money.
Yeah, if you could do like Bitcoin for dummies, right? What is a digital currency?
Sure. So digital currencies are built on a technology called blockchain, which is basically shared record keeping. So if you think about the way that a bank works, the bank keeps track of how much money you have in your account. And their record really is the end all be all on how much money is in your account. If somebody were to change that record at the bank, then your bank account's value changes. When you want to get a loan or somebody wants to find out how much money you have, the bank's answer really is the answer. And so regulation and the banking industry is built protecting the keeper of that answer. With digital currency, that answer is a shared answer that lives really by everybody. It lives in a lot of places, and it isn't centrally kept by only one party. And so it's faster, it can be safer, it can be less expensive. And there are a lot of people and businesses who believe that that's the way that currency will work more and more in the future. And you're seeing investments in it for that reason.
So you think Bitcoin could actually take over cash at some point? Or is it possible?
So it's possible. It might not be Bitcoin because there are literally hundreds of other digital currencies that are in various stages. But it's more likely that it becomes a supplement. So a good example would be at your local gas station where you can buy gas for less per gallon if you pay with cash versus paying with a credit card because the merchant at the gas station has lower costs if they're using cash than a credit card. You're already seeing cases where merchants are accepting digital currencies because it has less overhead cost than accepting traditional dollars. So I think you'd see it start to creep into kinds of transactions that you do where it really makes a lot of sense for the type of transaction.
So back to my Bitcoin for dummies, how do you get some? What if you want to play a little, like, let me see if I like cryptocurrency. How do you buy it? Is it like buying a debit card? How does it work?
Yeah, what she said.
Sure. Sure. So there are a lot of different places that you can buy it. You usually use what's called an exchange where you go and create a transaction. And once that transaction gets created, then your entry in your digital wallet is then shared out in the world. And everybody knows that there is a privately held wallet with your couple of Bitcoin in it, right? And nobody can take that away from you. Your bank can't take it away from you. The government can't take it away from you. It really then is on the record out in the world. And then what you do with it is your own business.
Okay, and we only have about a minute, but what does this mean for Nutmeg? How is this going to change financial institutions?
Sure. So it's got a lot of ramifications for financial institutions. For us, we really believe that it's just an opportunity to continue the mission that we already have, right? That we really believe in ensuring financial stability and financial literacy in local communities, in Connecticut in particular. And so helping people understand how money is changing is really still the thing we've been doing all along. It means we'll lend. It means that we'll let you store your assets with us. But those assets may take different shapes and forms. And it's important for people to understand how those assets work.
Oh, very good. There you have it. You want to get some Bitcoin?
Yes, we'll have to go.
I'll give you $100 after the show.
Only if it's going to be 50 million. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. If only, right? Well, thank you for explaining it a little bit to us, and it was very interesting. Thanks for being with us.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
And for more information, you can go to bankingawesome.com or find Nutmeg on social media at NutmegStateFCU.